And that's Nightly News for this Monday. I'm Tom Llamas. Thanks so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
KUAM TV8, home of Super Bowl 60, coming February 9th, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at Matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
On KUAM News Primetime.
A pact session saw senators approving sweeping changes from strengthening the teacher workforce to unlocking millions of dollars in funds for hospital repairs. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with the details coming up.
Infrastructure problems are raising new concerns at Dededo senior centers. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the mayor's push for action.
And a new defense agreement could shape how military projects impact Guam's cultural sites. And your voice matters.
From our family here in the Harmon Studios to yours all around the world, Hafide Guam, I'm Jason Salas. This is KUAM News Primetime, and these are tonight's stories. Well, a full slate of bills has moved through the Guam legislature, from plans to keep veteran teachers in the classroom to tens of millions of dollars aimed at stabilizing the Guam Memorial Hospital. We've got the full breakdown with Nevaeh Anderson in tonight's top story.
In a session packed with long-term policy decisions, senators first took up Bill 199, a measure that would give lifetime teaching certifications to educators with 25 years of service or more. Bill author Senator Vince Borjas stressed this bill is about honoring lifelong careers, not lowering expectations.
Lifetime certification doesn't mean lifetime immunity.
Teachers would still need continuing education and performance evaluations every 5 years. And after debate, senators expanded eligibility to include teachers who retired in good standing within the past decade. Supporters say the change strengthens retention and could restore experience in high-need areas like Chamorro language and cultural studies. Still, Senator Sabina Perez cautioned against easing recertification standards, saying they exist to keep educators current. Despite concerns, the bill moved forward. Lawmakers then advanced the veto override of Bill 119, restoring legislative oversight of line agencies' approval of land leases longer than 15 years, which have been moving forward without public hearings or legislative scrutiny.
The public trust is at risk if we do not override the veto of Bill 119. Who stands to benefit? You know, our people have lost trust in our government for many actions. And by vetoing Bill 119, that adds to the distrust.
The override moved forward as well. Attention later shifted to the Guam Memorial Hospital, as senators resolved into a committee of the whole over Senator Sabrina Salas Matanani's Bill 186, a proposal to release $8.1 million from the pharmaceutical fund that GMH says it's legally owed. GMH Chief Financial Officer Yuka Hachinova outlined how that money would shore up the hospital's tight fiscal year.
So the 8.1 will be used to fund the final $3 million shortage in the FY26 budget, and the remaining $5 million will fund the the supplies reserve fund.
But the Department of Administration pushed back, saying those dollars don't actually exist in the general fund, igniting a debate over whether the funds were truly collected or simply reflected outdated accounting practices. Attempts to return the bill to committee failed, and it moved to the third reading file. And finally, lawmakers took up Salas Matanani's Bill 187, appropriating $19.7 million in confirmed bond refinancing savings for GMH infrastructure and equipment.
We amended the bill responsibly to focus on the $19 million currently confirmed and ready this fiscal year. That amendment ensures alignment with real-time hospital priorities and transparency about available resources.
Hospital leaders detailed major project areas, from structural repairs and utility upgrades to medical equipment and IT modernization. GMH's Jesse Kanga emphasized that broad project categories give the hospital flexibility as bids come in and emergencies arise. From classrooms to hospital corridors, the measures taken up move Guam one step closer to long-awaited changes. What those decisions mean for families and frontline workers will become clearer as the legislation moves forward. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
Thanks so much, Nevaeh. Well, further up the street from us in Dededo, the mayor of that village is speaking out about long-delayed repairs at their senior center, one of the oldest facilities that was built back in the 1980s. With limited resources and funding, the mayor, along with his staff and even a senior client, had to step in to keep the center safe and accessible. Matsuki Hirayama has our next report.
Our ADA door doesn't work. So in the mornings, when our manamko come, and also our volunteer staff, we're literally out here opening the door for our manamko so they can come in.
Every morning, Mayor Peter Beneventi stands at the front entrance of the Dededo Senior Center, physically holding the door open for seniors because the ADA-required access switch is broken. That's just one of many problems causing concern at the old facility he says was built in the early 80s, some still unfixed since Typhoon Mawar. Inside, there are leaky ceilings, broken tiles, plumbing issues, faulty electrical, and band-aid fixes.
This place would leak at times. That's why I have a pan over there.
Beneventi says these are temporary workarounds never meant to last this long, but the village is still waiting for FEMA claim money to come through.
We want to make sure, as far as the centers are concerned, that it's ready for our manamko to come in and enjoy themselves there. So if it's something we can fix right there and then, we'll take care of it. But for the most part, it'll be nice, right, if as far as the program is concerned, if there can be some type of funding allocated for that particular issue with the maintenance in the building.
With funding still pending, the mayor, his staff, and even the senior center clients have been stepping up. One senior donated his own tiles.
He had some tiles at his house and he came over and he was like, Mayor, it's okay, I can do it.
And a staff member learned repair techniques online, patching what they could, even if the tiles don't match.
It takes the people to run a community in the village, right? And any kind of help that we can get to the village of Dededo will be greatly appreciated.
These quick fixes keep the center open for now, but the mayor says they're not sustainable, especially with limited resources, like only 6 maintenance workers with many other obligations in the most populated village.
I'm not going to beat around the bush. When you ask us, how can we keep up, or how do you keep up with it? I said, I'm not going to lie, I cannot keep up. And this is the honest truth.
Dededo is set to host the administration's proclamation signing for Senior Citizens Month in May. Beneventi is hoping real repairs will be underway by then, so seniors can walk into a safe and accessible center. Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Let's take you now from northern Guam down to Adelup as the Office of the Governor is calling on the community to review and comment on a new draft programmatic agreement that outlines how military projects locally will be reviewed and managed. Now, this agreement between Joint Region Marianas and the Guam State Historic Preservation Office sets the framework for how defense undertakings must meet requirements under the National Historic Preservation Act. Governor Luleon Guerrero says this is a key opportunity for the public to help shape how future military activities respect Guam's historic sites, cultural resources, and Tsumoto lifeways. The draft PA would apply to new defense projects not covered by prior agreements, replacing the 2008 Navy PA, and create procedures for archaeological review, historic structure treatment, inadvertent discoveries, and human remains. It also calls for the development of archaeological sensitivity maps and regular reporting with the SHPO. The public has a month to submit documents, with the draft available at go.opengovguam.com/news./cdlo. And written feedback can be sent to the Guam SHPO at patrick.lujan@dpr.guam.gov. You can check our website for those specific addresses. Officials say community input will help guide decisions that impact Guam's land, heritage, as well as future generations. Well, our Destiny Cruz Langus in Education Headlines concludes her one-on-one sit-down interview with outgoing Guam Department of Education Superintendent Dr. Kenneth Swanson, as the SUP reflects on federal influences, the work that remains ahead for the largest agency in the government of Guam, and much more. Here's Des.
Now with the changes at the federal level, and we're playing fruit basket upset with which agencies are we dealing with. And when I talk to our contact people in the States and ask them, what's the next step? And they say, we really don't know. So, I mean, right now, our consolidated grant programs that cover most of our educational program are moving from U.S. Department of Education to Department of Labor. So who's there that knows anything about Guam? And that's just kind of a question that hangs in the air. Who's there that knows? Who's there that knows about education? Are the people from USAID who did this work transferring over there? And we ask them and they don't know. So there's a lot of fluidity right now. We know that the federal funding that we have identified and has been applied for and has been granted is supposedly going to be there, but we're still looking at another potential shutdown on January 20th. So we're trying to get everything that's time sensitive accomplished before then, just in case we have another experience like we did last year or earlier this year when I got on the plane and our ARP funding was all good, and I got off the plane and it was canceled.
If you can kind of give us an idea of what's at stake, should you lose federal funding again, or federal funding is tied up, what is at stake?
The funding that we have identified that has been granted, the clock on that is all in effect. The last big thing is to finish our art projects by the end of March. My effort is going to be try to finish and collect the money for those before then. And that's because when we had the last government shutdown, the only thing we got responding from DC was a political slogan in an auto reply on an email.
We know that FBLG is also part of that slew of projects. Can we anticipate for construction to be completed anytime soon?
The contractor has been telling us they can have the major part of the construction work done by the end of March, which will cycle in on the billing, because the billing our ability to draw funds goes through March 28th here. So at this point, that's on track, but it's going to be close.
What do you hope people will remember about you as superintendent, and a message that you want to share with the GDOE community?
This is what I do. This is who I am as an educator. I could do a lot of other things, but I never have wanted to do anything else. So being true to yourself and do the work. Our folks that are working in the schools, and I don't care what their job is, they're working, leading with their heart. We need to help do that, support them, and we do need to address the issue of budgets, but that's for another conversation. I'll have a little bit of input, and Dr. Wampat is going to have more input into it as she goes forward, and I wish her the best of luck with this.
Please stay tuned. We are back right after this.
All the Whos of Whoville were laughing and eating. The Grinch from his lair started plotting and scheming. He thought to himself, how can I ruin their holiday meals? They'll truly despise dill pickle seasoning on fries. They're all in for shocks when I stitch them odd socks. So if you want to experience the Grinch's new meal, you can head to McDonald's and show him how you feel. The new Grinch meal, now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This holiday season, the magic is near. In every aisle, it's crystal clear. From decor that dazzles, to toys that bring joy, to sweet little treats for each girl and boy. Lights that sparkle, gifts from the heart, it all comes together at Kmart.
Anything's possible. College is possible. Retirement is possible. Adventure is possible. And so is saving for it all. With our Bank Ohana Savings Special, earn an interest rate of 3.25% for the first 90 days when you deposit $25,000 from another bank into a Bank Ohana Bonus Rate Savings Plus account. Requires a Bank Ohana checking account with an opening deposit of $500. So make your savings goals possible. Anything's possible. Reach your possible with Bank of Hawaii.
Prime Time continues right here on KUAM, and following the Navy's announcement that its family child care program will expand to include off-base providers locally, Senator Jessie Lujan, the chairperson of the Legislative Committee on Federal and Foreign Affairs, has called for a comprehensive child care market impact study. Now, Lujan formally asked Joint Region Marianas to work with GovGuam and UOG to ensure the expansion does not drive up child care costs or reduce access for local families. By way of a letter, Lujan outlines 5 key requests, including a formal briefing to lawmakers on how the expanded FCC program will be implemented, as well as data and market analyses used to assess potential impacts on child care capacity, civilian access, and pricing. Of the matter, the senator says, quote, "Our service members are part of our community and we want them to have the support they need. At the same time, Guam civilian families, teachers, nurses, small business owners, public servants are just as essential to our island's future." He continues to say that we have to make sure that policy decisions, even well-intended ones, don't unintentionally price them out of access to quality child care, end quote. We'll continue to keep an eye on this issue as it develops. Well, speaking of the University of Guam, UOG's School of Business and Public Administration is now accepting applications for the Doc Sanchez Professional Scholarship open to GovGuam staffers seeking to enroll in the spring semester. The scholarship program has long helped government workers advance their education, supporting both bachelor's and master's studies in public administration as well as related fields. This year, 12 scholarships in all will be awarded, 6 for undergrads and 6 for graduate students. Applications are due by 5 p.m. on Friday the 5th, just about a couple days after New Year's, and may be submitted to the SPBA's Dean Office or online at uogspba.com/docs. You can make sure to check out our website for all of the contact information. Well, La Voce in Island Holiday headlines is the voice of Simon Sanchez High School, and they made their annual December trek to Tumon Bay to delight tourists, hotel guests, and some very proud parents at the Western Resort Guam, performing a cinematic Christmas, which is their medley of favorites from holiday movies. It's the school's choir program led by 2025 GDOE Teacher of the Year Yuki Shin, lifting spirits and performing during the holiday season at local hotels, the Guam Memorial Hospital, and they've got an upcoming concert this Friday at JFK's cafeteria. Enjoy.
Like bells in the distance, we watch, not so long ago. But one by one, all had to grow up. In the window, shadows facing the sea. Rocking on top of the world tonight. Sleigh bells ring high in the city. In the lane, snow to see. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. We're going up the summer town. We'll be going. Gotta be going. Oh, happy just like a one. Nothing else is so happy. Gotta be going. Oh, happy now,
Now for a look at your world at home.
We're taking you to Tumon at the Dusatani Resort Guam for their wonderful Christmas display with a Ferris wheel and tree.
don't need to work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
KFC. Celebrate the holidays with KFC Hot and Spicy Chicken and Honey Hot Wings Holiday Feast. Bringing back our best ones through the years. All that deliciousness for just $39.95. KFC, it's finger licking good.
We won!
Goodbye. Good.
Tender love and care.
Did we invent crispy chicken? Nah, we just put it where it belongs, inside burritos and tacos, obviously. Extra saucy. 2 strips, huh? Look at that. Overachieving? Sure. Did you ask for it? No, but we did it anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic. You're welcome.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
In this Giving Every Tuesday, it's a holiday tradition that brings out the best in our island community. And this year, the KUAM Care Force is once again rallying to make Christmas a little brighter for children and teens in need. The Salvation Army's Toys and Joys program has helped thousands of families throughout the years, providing new, unwrapped toys and gifts to kids who may otherwise go without on Christmas morning. And every holiday season, the community shows up in a big way. The need this year remains great. Many families continue to face financial hardships, and donations of toys, teen gifts, and even wrapping supplies help to bridge that gap. We invite everyone to stop by our KUAM studios in Harmon. Whether it's a small toy, a board game, earbuds, or even a roll of wrapping paper, every bit of love makes a difference. And if you're looking for a place to pick up some items, our Jason Salas has some helpful tips.
Half a day and happy holidays, everybody. Jason Salas here, and I am in Kmart. And man, the thing I love about Kmart is there are so many super cool departments, all within close proximity, but we are going to check out my favorite department, 30 years, nothing has changed. The toy department is awesome. Let's go. This place is legendary, floor to ceiling toys for any age. Boys, girls, teens, grown-ups. This place has everything you want and need, and 20% off, you guys. 20, the entire toy department. You are gonna save some money. You are gonna make someone's Christmas extra, extra, extra special. Let's go check it out. Okay, dolls, they got you covered. Vehicles, check. Sporting equipment, you guys know I'm all about that, right? Every single thing you could want, all right? Every single sport, every single level, anything you could ever want. Board games, the new stuff, the classics, the old stuff, puzzles, anything you could want, 20% off, the entire department.
Okay, the unofficial 11th commandment is you can never have too many Rubik's Cubes. Check.
Moving on. Bikes, all bikes. Buy one, get one free. I'm the little drummer boy, right? Young people, if you've never tried this, these are absolutely amazing. Yes, indeed. See, the Magic 8-Ball says it. Gotta get it done. Now, while we may be filling this cart, you guys know it's really about filling hearts. You guys are gonna make some kids really, really happy this Christmas right here at Kmart. Whew. I don't know, Mickey, what do you say, man? We have had a great day here, shopping at Kmart in the toy department, finding some stuff that are really gonna make some young people's holiday be extra special. So you know what, everybody? Please make sure to come by Kmart, 20% off the entire toy department. Donate to our Salvation Army toy drive, and you are gonna make a young person's Christmas extra, extra special. Thank you so much for helping out. We really appreciate it. Bye from Kmart.
The KUAM Care Force will be collecting donations throughout the holiday season, making it easier for anyone to give what they can. And with each drop-off, the spirit of giving grows stronger. So help spread the love this Christmas. Bring a new unwrapped toy or gift to KUAM's Harmon Studios and be a part of the tradition that continues to lift up Guam's youth one present at a time. For more details, including drop-off hours, visit KUAM.com or check out our social media pages.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, One Love. News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here. Okay, everybody, everyone needs a good pal. Billy the Kid said that way back in a movie in the 90s. But you know, the Gal Pal event is coming up, and this is going to be an amazing time to check out the Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce. They have a marketplace, and you can also vote for the next board of directors and who is going to lead this very, very wonderful organization. Make sure to check it out. Also coming up on the schedule for your News Bites for tonight, the Christmas Parade. That is happening. So let's go find out when and where. Hafa Holidays, absolutely. Downtown in Skinner Plaza, of course, the best, 7 to 9 on the 17th. Make plans. Charge your devices. Make sure you have storage. And then make sure your bills are paid, because you're going to want to upload a lot of selfies and Christmas pictures and family shots, and amazing. It is tea time, speaking of downtown, and who will be having tea? Why, the good ladies of the Academy of Our Lady of Guam, of course. All of the alumni, and I got to make sure I say that right. I always get that part wrong. Alumni. Everyone who has ever graduated from Academy is going to be having this wonderful Sisterhood in Strength event. It's 1 to 4 on the 17th. There's a lot of stuff happening on the 17th, guys. Believe me. All right, and the NBA Game of the Week tomorrow. We got 2 games for you. Really good games on the NBA, so make sure to check out tip-off. It is at 11 and 2. Nuggets and the Mavs, and the Rockets and the Clippers. Once again, without Chris Paul. All right, you know what's going to get me in the holiday spirit? Birthdays. So who we got tonight? Happy birthday on this 9th of December to Catalin Dana Lizama. I want to wish my sister a very, very happy and loving birthday. We love and miss you, and we can't wait to hug you when you get here. Oh, that's wonderful. And please travel home safely for the holidays. Tony Thyman, happy birthday, my Chelu, from your brother Mike and the kids in Washington. And they all say, we love you. And happiest of birthday wishes to this very lovely lady, a member of not just our company, but our family here at KUM, the one and only Destiny Cruz Langas, and she made me say this, right? Biha status achieved. All right, she said I can say that, so don't come after me, guys. But Des, you are such a wonderful addition to our team and such a bright spot in the newsroom, and we hope you have an absolutely wonderful birthday today. We wish you the best. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com. Happy birthday, Destiny, or as her photographer Jacob Savon calls her, Destiana Grande. It is super, super awesome. So, Des, we hope you had an absolutely wonderful birthday today, and we wish everybody a safe and happy holiday season. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll look for you tomorrow night. Health, Home, and Lifestyle is brought to you by The Medical City, your trusted partner in health. Half a day, everybody. I'm Jason Salas. Welcome to Health, Home, and Lifestyle on this Tuesday right here on KUAM. I love that message. That's absolutely wonderful for the holiday season. And throughout December, we have amazing stories to help you live a healthy and happy island life. Here's what we got for you this week.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Okay, happy holidays, everybody, and welcome to House to Home. And you know what? We're supposed to be giving, and we are. We're supposed to be charitable, and we certainly are. But I gotta say, I am super, super jealous, and we're not supposed to be envious, but I am so jealous because Madeline Campus is joining us right now on House to Home. Half a day, Mad.
Half a day. Happy holidays.
Okay, and she went on the fantasy flight with United because this year, United has always partnered with Make-A-Wish, Guam, and the Cinema, and this year, our friends at the Children's Ark, Gina, Liz, May, all of their friends and their family members and their coworkers, they partnered up, so you guys got to be part of that wonderful event. So May, take us through that. How was it? I've been here at KUM 26 years. I've never covered that.
Yeah, so first of all, shout out to United. They really did go above and beyond. We just got a random phone call by Tammy Castro from United and said that would you guys like to participate? And of course, actually my first thought was, do we have to audition? Like, what do we have to do in order to get on the flight? But they were really just inviting our beneficiaries and their families. So we called all of the 20 plus families that we were able to grant our medical grants to in the past 4 years that we've been around. And we actually managed to get 8 families and their siblings, so parents, some brought their grandparents, their aunties, and then yes, all of their siblings were really invited. And we went through the whole thing. I mean, do you want me to get into that now? Because
absolutely. No, I want to hear all about this because again, I've never been on one.
But Jace,
okay, go ahead, Gina.
Can I say, number one, the Children's Ark has only been around for 4 years, and to be able to touch 20 plus families is meaningful to us. It makes all the hard work worth it.
Yes.
And then to partner up with a big company like United, who, I mean, the giving spirit, the people who participated from the Children's Ark who were able to go, they were sending out text messages to the rest of us who were able to just view what was going on. And I have to say, a couple of the people that were texting were saying that being there, their heart was so full to be able to witness and to experience with these children and their families. And so absolutely, thank you, United, for the funding. Thank you for the funding. Thank you for providing the venue, the idea, and thank you for your volunteers who made this happen for these families. It is beyond words. We can't even say thank you enough for giving us this opportunity.
Okay, that's my classmate at Maria Joe Elementary School, Sam Shinahara, who's the managing director now. So Sam and his team did a really, really good job.
Yes, they were all there. I mean, I'm still in awe. And people have been asking me left to right, you went to the North Pole? How was the North Pole?
Okay, but May, of course, I mean, I love the fact that you guys are now part of this amazing project and everything like that. But what was it for the kids, and how starry-eyed were they, and everything? Because I'm sure some, when we've covered this in the past, some of the kids who are part of that program, have never been on a plane. Others have been on a
Yes.
plane, but only for medical
Yes.
reasons. And they're like, wow, I
Yeah.
actually got to enjoy the flight now.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so, also a big shout out to the parents for really taking out their time to bring their kids, because it was during school, during work, they had to take off from work to do this. And
That's a perfect reason to not have perfect attendance.
it's definitely also a blessing because, as you know, most of the grants we give out are for medical reasons. So, in order for their children to have been healthy and well enough to participate during this time, it's just a blessing in and of itself. But yes, you can imagine exactly that. Some of the parents said, the recipient has only been able to go during for medical reasons and to be able to have their siblings there. Also, United ahead of time, we had coordinated, they asked for a wish list from the recipient and their siblings. And when you check in at United, they brought everything. Like, they did not have any shortcuts, I tell you. They had a mailbox that you would drop off your letter to Santa. And then, we went through the whole thing. And then when we got to the North Pole, Santa came and handed them the items on their wish list. Some child got a bike. I mean, I
Wow.
just still can't imagine.
Okay,
And
did they provide adequate amounts of tissue for the parents and like all the adults?
actually, no, they did not, but we had some very emotional parents. I mean, like what Gina was saying with these text messages that we received after the fact. I mean, you could really feel it in these messages, how thankful they are.
Okay, and Liz, we know this is going to be the first of many, but now the Children's Arc, and like Gina just said very effectively, this is the 4th year that your nonprofit has been in existence. It was started by you and Gina and your husbands. It's broadened out to people not only in your brokerage and in your agency, but to your families as well. Now you've got the Guamapali night, for fundraising. You've got the zombie run that does a lot of great community service. But I mean, what an amazing amount of work that you've done, to help kids in 4 years.
I think the cool part is we had an amazing team of volunteers. No one got paid. Whatever was raised went towards expenses, and the volume of the monies that we collected through donations and through the fundraising efforts went to the individual families. Now there is a process where they had to apply for it, and we may have had recipients probably twice, right, May? We've had a few
Yes.
that maybe have come back a second time, but of course the review of the applications have to do with their condition, whether they require treatment here or whether they require treatment stateside. But 25 families is quite a number, and I think we're proud that we had impact on the community. And for those who may need financial assistance for medical reasons, hopefully this message will go out that they have a mechanism that could certainly help them out. We'd love to give more monies. It's all subject to whatever donations we receive and how much our fundraisers. So usually at the end of every event, our committees look at how much did we receive and how much can we give. And always there's a tug that we want to give more monies to the families, but how much impact can we make if we divided to 6 families versus 8 families every year? We'd like to do more, and that can only happen with the community's help and effort in their donations and participation. And a shout out to our team of volunteers. I mean, they work tirelessly to make our fundraising events very successful.
Yeah, I remember when my coworker went to the zombie run this year, and it was her first time, like on our social media team, and she went there and she came back and she was like, geez, there were so many people like around the tent. I looked at the footage, I'm like, no, that's just their volunteers. That's not even the attendees.
Yeah.
Like, that many people got on board with this.
Yes.
Okay, now, Gina, this is amazing because, as Liz just said, money makes the world go round, and that has been like a theme that we've had to like reinforce during this segment when we cover, real estate. But hope and being able to deliver hope to a child and their family, I mean, is immeasurable. And the fact that, miracles do happen. And the fact that by the programs that you guys have now had and, partnering with companies like United for the Fantasy Flight, you guys have given families like an incredible amount of hope.
I think it really does start with that. We're so optimistic about what we do, everything about what we do. We're optimistic about it. We really optimistically believe that we can make a difference in their lives by contributing our time, our talent, and our money. Because unfortunately, we do live in a world where it is the cost of everything that prevents these families from getting the right treatment and maybe just being on the island also. We don't have everything available here. And so giving them the opportunity to leave the island to go get their treatment and come back home is really what the Children's Arc, we have other aspirations in mind. Of course, we originally started this hoping we could help families and children for housing. Right now, we're targeting medical because we don't care where our impact fits, right? We want to help. And I want to say that Madeline Campos and Francis Guerrero, for me, have become the face of the Children's Arc.
Yes.
Because they're the ones that are really doing, is there something more than 100% of the work? Because you know what, without them, none of our vision or our dream, none of the hope could really get out there to the community, because it takes somebody to carry this forward. And the two of them have been dragging, pulling, kicking us along the way. Because, of course, Liz and I we've got other things going on in the burner, and we want this to continue, but it's really their effort that has made it all possible.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
Now, May, how does that feel coming from someone like Gina, and not just, your boss and not just your mother-in-law, but you're really like your colleague and your partner in this endeavor? Because when it comes to like nonprofits and everything like that, basically everybody's got the same rank because it's all about the size of your heart.
Right. All I can keep thinking about is how I'm still so elated about going to the North Pole and bringing our beneficiaries with that experience. It's just like, I'm so excited for the future to continue to give back because of like this opportunity. Like, who would have thought that we would be involved in such a trip? No pun intended.
And
but
next year, I'm sitting next to you. Guys, I'm going to cover a fantasy flight next year, okay? 2026,
You
okay?
definitely should. Actually, I've seen it in the newspaper before, but I didn't realize they actually like took off.
But May, I get to sit next to you when we're on the fantasy flight. Hey, but you know what? I get the window seat.
Yes.
I want to stress that they actually take off to the North Pole, and Santa meets them there.
Yes.
Okay, now what guidance and what wisdom would you ladies give now for other people that might say, okay, well, they're a very successful business and they have a certain amount of structure and they're very type A, objective based, business women on Guam. Like, I could never do something like that. Anybody can do this kind of work if you have the passion, right?
Yeah, I think if they had the passion, the time, and the commitment, anything that you do in any project, if you're committed, you could take it a long way.
I'm not even sure about, you have to have the time, but you make the time for the things that are important to you. And you kind of have to try to figure out, balance it along the way. Of course, you make sacrifices here and there, but yeah, you're going to make the time for the things that are most important to you. So, you know, this is our heart's completely in this.
Mhm. Do you guys have a message for the holiday season? Because it is the season of giving and everything like that. Just, that you when you talk to your agents or, to the other professionals that are involved in in the real estate ecosystem and everything like that about, not just about like let's have a prosperous year. I mean, that's all fine and dandy and everything like that. But when it comes down to let's remember why we do this and how unbelievably fortunate we are to be part of this business community. Yeah, we have, challenges and ups and downs and everything, but what is the message that you give to your staff?
I just want to say that through Children's Arc, it's about life because a child or an adult could have a life-threatening ailment, and any help with donations have definitely made a difference. And if it expands a person's life, how much value can you put on that? Helping someone live longer or get the proper treatment that's needed. It's all about having a good life, living well.
Especially for a kid. I mean, sometimes my heart breaks because, man, my parents, and I told my mom this the other day, I was like, you gave me such a happy childhood. Yeah, you let me watch cartoons or watch Sesame Street, go outside and play and everything like that. I mean, when I see a kid that's got to literally beg on the side of the street for something to eat, or a kid that's sick and can't spend time with their cousins or their friends and everything like that. I mean, no kid should have to go through that. No kids.
Fortunately, it's the reality of life. Not everyone is blessed that way.
Exactly. And for those of us that are fortunate and everything like that, as islanders and as Guamanians, that is the anaphemalic spirit to say, if you do have the time and you have the means to give back, you better give back. That's what the old people would say. If you have the ability to do something, you better get off your butt and work.
That's right. Yeah. Give thanks, be grateful. And during the holiday season, it isn't about the material gifts that you give. It's more about you spending some time with each other, your family members, your friends. Call someone you haven't spoken to in a long time, stop by someone's house and visit with them. Those kind of things are more important than anything else.
Okay. May, I got a question for you because, there may be young people watching us now and, the whole idea, even though the four of us didn't have service learning, required when we were in high school, but that's a big part of the private and public school system now. It's not just the kids trying to get into NHS, right? Every kid now knows that, regardless of, where they go in life and everything, it is your responsibility to be a steward of your community. And you do have it within you, regardless of what your GPA is or, what street you grow up on, you can make a very positive difference in our community. So if kids are watching this and they say, I saw what the Children's Arc is doing, and that sounds like something I'd really like to get involved with. How can they reach out to you guys for service learning volunteers?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, that's what I wanted to add to. We often ask for monetary donations, but there's certainly a lot more that people could get involved that is not able to help financially.
Sweat equity, man.
Yes, you can contact us at REMAX 479-9532. Or, you could Google any of us to try and reach out to us. We do have our website or Instagram, the Children's Arc Inc.com. And yeah, you just come find me. We have our zombie run every year. And certainly we have other events that we can, collaborate with and, help with fundraisers and whatnot. Actually, one of our families that went on the fantasy flight, she mentioned it several times during that day. Please tell us, how can my family help you guys? How can we give back this favor that you guys have helped us?
There you go. And you pay it forward. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
That's something else. Oh, okay. Gosh, I was talking about tissue. You guys better get tissue for me because we're getting so emotional here.
Yeah, our heart is full.
Exactly. Our heart absolutely full, 100%. Do you know what's coming up for the Children's Arc now? So basically, this is your third premiere event. But what's coming up in the spring?
Well, that's what we've been talking about. But we are short volunteers. Liz has always had her hopes in restarting the Guamapili, right? Yeah. But that is a major undertaking to pull that off. We've talked about during different events And we do, we need the volunteers to come on in to contact us so that we could plan something else. But the zombie run is always a go for October.
There you go. Okay. May, you are on the trip. I'd like to give you
Actually,
like some
it's
final
also
thoughts.
me and Joni Kanata from our office.
Oh,
She'll
there you go.
Yeah.
How is Matt? We got to get her on this call. What kind of
Yeah.
what was her experience? I'm sure she was ear to ear
I
smiles.
mean, we are still in awe, I tell you. It was such a magical experience. I mean, just thinking about it, talking about it with people, it's nothing like anyone's experienced before. Oh,
Okay.
and that's what I wanted to add also, with the United employees, not just the flight attendants, but from start to finish, there were like pilots, like all kinds of United employees along the way through the airplane. And once you get to the North Pole, they were just so sincere. They were so amazing about the entire experience. Like
The ticketing
they were
agents,
so
all of
happy
those
to
guys.
be there. Yeah, the mechanics, like just wait till you see the photos.
Okay, now May, I've known you for many, many years. I consider you to be a very dear friend, but I do have a little bit of criticism of you, if I may.
Oh, yes.
Your wall behind you and your workspace is completely blank. Where's the Christmas tree? Where's the Belen?
Oh, it's there actually. It's there.
Okay.
She had to find a spot so she could go.
There you go. Well, Liz will end with you because, of course, you have, like our Blessed Mother over your right shoulder, and you
you too.
There you go.
One.
But
Gina and I do. She's our guardian.
There you go. But and your families are strong people of faith and everything. So when you look to a higher power about the state of the economy and how things are in the island and everything like that, what is your Christmas wish for everybody?
For me, that we come together. Yeah, that we come together.
Simple as that. Yeah. How about you, Liz?
Love and goodwill. Pass the kindness forward.
That's what I was going to say. I've been preaching to my kids. Be kind to your neighbor.
And that is a business lesson that never gets old. I don't care, what the state of things are and everything like that. That's a cardinal rule. You guys, thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
And May, next time you jump on the call, I expect to see like a lot of, the garland and, like all the tinsel and everything. I want to see that decked out, huh?
Okay.
Okay, ladies, God bless you.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Go on a journey to discover true health and wellness. At the Medical City, we bring you expert care, cutting-edge treatments, and personalized wellness programs. From wellness checkups to relaxation retreats, nurture your well-being in a place of healing. Explore the Philippines. Experience the Medical City.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo's Select Care.
Half a day, I am Claire Calvo, bringing you your weekly renewal. Most of us are focusing on the holidays, the celebration, the festive gatherings and traditions and the like. However, December is also Seasonal Affective Disorder Awareness Month. Emotional health as well as social health need extra attention. Here on Guam, we're blessed with sunshine, warmth, and tropical skies. We don't experience long, dark winters, but that doesn't mean we are immune to the emotional heaviness that December can bring. Because seasonal affective disorder is not only about shorter days, it's also about the emotional season we are in. For some, December is bright. For others, December can feel lonely, overwhelming, or heavy. Some people don't have family on island. Some are navigating grief, transitions, or heartbreak. Some feel disconnected, even surrounded by others. and many feel pressured to be quote-unquote happy for the holidays, even when their heart is tired. So even under our tropical sun, the holiday season can still bring a kind of emotional winter. And that is why December becomes so important as a month for community health, social wellness, and collective care. Social wellness, one of the pillars of overall wellness, reminds us that humans are not meant to navigate life alone. We thrive when we are connected. We heal when we're supported. We grow when we are part of something bigger than ourselves. At Synergy Studios, we say that synergy is when the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts. This is the power of community. When we come together, we create an energy, an uplift, a warmth, a sense of belonging that none of us could generate on our own. December invites us to practice just that. It calls us to build social connections that nourish emotional well-being, to show up for one another, even in small ways, to bridge isolation by extending compassion, reach out intentionally to those who may feel unseen, create spaces of belonging where people can be their full, true, honest selves. Remember that community is medicine. But December is not just a season of community, it's also a season of faith. Faith grounds us when emotions feel unsteady. Faith reminds us that even in times of loneliness, we are never truly alone. Our faith gives us the courage to reach out, to uplift ourselves and others, and to believe in healing, to believe in connection and renewal. For many of us, faith is the anchor that keeps us steady through the highs and lows of the holiday season. Faith reminds us to love generously, to extend grace, and to support those who may be silently struggling. It teaches us that being a light in someone else's life is one of the purest expressions of spiritual wellness. And when we combine community care with faith, something powerful happens. We become the bridge between people's pain and their healing, as well as our own pain and healing. We become the reminder that support exists. We become the warm place someone can return to. We become the synergy. So as we move through December, let us lean into the true heart of the season: connection, compassion, community, and faith. Let us be intentional about noticing people. Let's reach out, check in, and offer presence instead of pressure. Let us create spaces where people feel valued, welcomed, and uplifted. Let's all be reminded that wellness is not meant to be walking alone on the path, and that when we rise together, we rise stronger. So in the spirit of Anathemalic, make December count for yourself, for those around you, and for our island. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you next time on your weekly renewal. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time on your weekly renewal.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo's Select Care.
Delray Beach, Florida resident Clemencia Carroll says she knows what it feels like to be lonely, particularly around the holidays.
Life and socially, everything is all about the happiness and the this and the present, the family. And when you don't have that, it hits you hard.
Carroll, who is 59, struggled with loneliness for the past 15 years. She lived far from family members, and when she felt alone,